big win. I'm really proud of our staff and our players. We talked about it all week. This is why I love football. It mirrors life in so many different ways. And to me, it's not when you get back down, it's how you respond. And so proud of not just our players, but our staff, how they responded this week. We had a tough but productive week. And really, and some of you have been in this building, you've seen the TVs. We talk about four things. And then from Monday on, we focus on four things. Number one was perfect effort. And that's just playing as hard as you can on every snap. Second thing was being physical and playing tough football. Third one was doing what we're coached to do. And the fourth one was just a call to invest. Invest your time and energy in being the best you can, preparing your body and your mind this week. And, for us to play winning football, we have to identify ourselves as a blue-collar unit. We got to outwork people. We got to out-physical people. And we embraced that this week. And I think that what you saw in that field today was a product of that. We embraced who we got to be. And I thought the crowd was huge today. They did a tremendous job. They stayed. They were loud. I thought they really were a factor on the third and fourth downs. It was a three-phase win. If you look at it, you've all been listening to me now for several months. Start with special teams. You block a punt, and you got a great percentage to win the game. And Timmons comes through the middle. We didn't have a block called, but we always try to put pressure on the shield. And that's why we always do. We always have multiple people attacking the shield. He comes free. He blocked one in practice this week. You look at, we had 4 pooch punts, I believe, inside the 20. Josh did a tremendous job on that. We got, and I thought our coverage units, kickoff and punt, we did a great job. I thought we won that battle. You look at defensively, we played much better in the second half. We had some guys go down during the game. We had to play a lot of snaps. New guys in the secondary, but we found a way and played really good football in the second half. And then offensively, we got a run game going. We had so many new faces out there, but I thought our communication was really good up front. And I thought our running backs ran the ball extremely hard. And then we were able to get the guys that we need to be big-time players for us were big-time players today. Guys like Sam James, Kenny McCoy. But overall, this was a great team win. I talked to our guys. I thought this was a defining moment. You have defining moments sometimes, and this is really early on to have a defining moment. But whether we won or lost, I thought how we played today was really going to be a defining moment. And what I meant by that is you have these moments where things didn't go right last week, right? Some of y'all were there. A lot of you watched it, but it didn't go very well. And how we responded all during the week, right? Really, that was the product. How we responded during the week, that was what was on the field. And so, like I said, proud of these guys. Great win. With that, I'll open it up for questions.
Your offensive line's had so much adversity. Today seemingly played really well. Can you explain how that turnaround comes about?
It's one of those things. And you keep, as a coach, you got to keep trying until you find that right mix. I think it's one of the really fun things about coaching is you keep trying. It's one of the things that's really difficult. And it's hard to play offensive line. And, Mike was sick all week, did practice, so he couldn't play. Josh was hurt, so he couldn't play. So those guys that were in there, Bryson Mays made his first start. James Committer made his first start. John Hughes made his first start. Chase Barron played a lot of football and played. I haven't watched the film yet, but my hunch is that he played with a different type of edge than he's played with. And they're all led by Colton McKibbs. And Colton to me, he's a dude. He prepares like a dude. He plays like a dude. He leads like a dude. And then Kelby Wickline had his best week of practice, and I think that showed. I think our communication was better than it has been. I think also, I know for a fact, we blocked way better on the perimeter, and then our running backs got vertical. They went north and south a lot better.
When did you know Brown and Sills were going to play?
Yeah, Mike, he could have played today. He just didn't practice all week. So, we'll have for the most part, if they don't practice by Wednesday, then we kind of hold them. There'll be some exceptions to that, but and then Josh probably later toward the week, but he didn't practice, so those guys got all the reps.
Did you do some things scheme-wise to help the running game? It looked like you did some wounded wrestling and things.
Well, what we did is we tried to get them running a lot east and west early. I think they had one or two guys out, and so we felt like we could get them moving east and west, and we could get them north and south. We were more of an outside zone team today than we have been, and so again, you're just trying to figure it out. When we played so poorly the first 2 weeks, you just keep trying to figure it out.
Much better on first and second down.
Yeah, and that was the fact. We weren't very good on third down, but we didn't have very many of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we stayed out of a lot of negative yards plays. I thought, schematically we did some good things. I thought we kept them off their feet, or we kept them, a little bit off balance early in the game, just because we presented some things differently.
You have a potential game-changing moment when Austin throws that interception. How much juice, I guess, did you guys get off of that stop?
Well, I thought you talk about it, and I don't talk about it with you guys a bunch, but I talk about it with our team. Like, winning the turnover margin is huge, all right? But when you get takeaways, you got to be able to take advantage of those takeaways, all right? Or when there are sudden changes, you got to put out the fire. And we practice those situations a lot. And so I thought our defense, that was a big factor in the game. We shouldn't have had to pick, to be honest with you. We didn't protect very well, should have moved up in the pocket. We had exactly what we wanted, but that's neither here nor there. But our defense did a really good job putting them out. I think we held them to a field goal, correct? In back-to-back red zone trips, held them to field goals, and that was big.
You mentioned Austin needed to enjoy things, and to come back the next series after that pick, I think you guys were 75 yards and makes a couple of nice throws and a run up the middle. How about his response to that turnover?
Yeah, he did. He's really invested. We made him a captain today because he probably puts more time in than anybody in our program. And we were playing a team from North Carolina, so that was important. But he did. He enjoyed it. I made him. I made him talk during breakfast this morning. Made him do some things he's probably not comfortable with, but he was. I thought he did a really good job managing the game. I thought he managed the game in the fourth quarter extremely well.
Neal Norwood gets ejected early in the game. You got true freshman Kerry Martin in there.
Let me talk about this for a second, okay? And this is knock on officiating at all. Like that targeting rule, it's so hard to officiate. I mean, it's so hard. And by the letter of the law, I don't think Norwood's intent was bad because if you watch the clip, he really tries to slow up. But it is. He hits him with his helmet. So, and then we had one later in the game, and this is where I feel for officials. So this is not me being negative on officials. Like, when the quarterback slides and Keith tackles him, I don't know how you coach the play. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know how you coach the play because you got a quarterback that's big. All of a sudden, Keith's already left his feet when he decides to slide, and he does hit him, so he gets a personal foul. Now, it wasn't targeting, but I really don't know how you coach the play because if you don't try to tackle him and he runs over you, you know what I mean? And then, so I just think it's really it's hard to call. So I feel with the officials, I wasn't necessarily upset. I hated it for Josh because he did a great job preparation. He had a great week of practice. So anyway, Tom, what was your question?
I was going to ask what you thought of Kerry Martin coming in and playing.
Yeah, some ups and downs. And I thought the second half was way better than the first half. And Kerry is a guy he's made so much improvement since going back to spring ball, because he went through spring practice, never played defense before, never plays quarterback at Capital. Going through spring, he's getting a few reps, but he's third, fourth team. He's probably not thinking. Then all of a sudden, we get about 3 or 4 weeks after spring ball, he's in 2 deep, and then a couple series into it today, he plays every snap. You know what I mean? So it's like, I thought he did a really good job the second half. The thing that I was most proud of, he gave up that touchdown. He kind of backed up, and they caught the touch. The Thomas kid caught the touchdown in front of him. But he showed some real maturity because he came back and he played through that. And I thought the staff did a good job with him, too, building him up.
We didn't hear Bryson Mays a lot. His name a lot in training camp. Just where did this kind of come from?
It started about 2 weeks ago. He started playing better, started snapping the ball better. that's something about playing center people don't talk about is you got to snap the ball consistently, and so he started being in a better body position. We gave him a lot more reps last week, and without looking at the tape, it's hard to, but we didn't have as many run throughs and things like that today, and usually that's due to communication, and so credit to him.
How about your freshman wide receiver?
Dante Steele, yeah, really active. I hadn't seen the whole stats, but I know that he was active. And going back, I know y'all get tired of hearing me say this, but he had his best week of practice. And he's a talented guy. He's a really, really talented guy. You can see him getting better. Think about if he was a redshirt freshman, because he easily could be, And then you look at him in a whole different light. But he's got a chance to be a special player, and he keeps improving.
How about with your freshman wide receivers? Didn't like you were shy about going to Jennings or Winston Wright today.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think I told the TV crew this yesterday. This was kind of a test for me. We got him a ton of reps this week. And what I told the TV crew yesterday is really, it was kind of my thoughts. I was like, hey, I want to put them in, and I want to see how they respond. And if they don't play very well, then we'll kind of go back into redshirt mindset where we're going to play them 3 games. We'll kind of pick and choose when we're going to use them. If they do play well, then it's gas on the pedal. Let's go. Let's get them, and they'll be factors moving forward. And so I thought they could, you asked me about freshman receivers. I'm like, they're all freshmen almost. You know what I mean? But no, I thought Sean Ryan got banged up, didn't get to play all the second half. I thought he bounced back. Y'all saw some of Sam James today. You saw some of Sam. He was really active. We got him the ball in different ways. But I thought those guys, and they blocked well. That was huge. Like, so many of those long runs were due to our guys blocking well downfield. T.J. Simmons, Bryce Wheaton had a big block on a touchdown. So much better effort by those guys.
Okay, thanks, Coach.